This is going to be fast, folks. 5,000 miles in 4 minutes. We're out on the Redex route, and here are highlights of the tough country that lies ahead of competitors. The Berdigan before Townsville won't be flooded when the trial starts, we hope, but there'll be plenty of dust. Outside Charters Towers, a friendly old guy who probably thinks we're completely nuts waves as we fly past. And on this road that leads to Hughenden, we'd like to be able to fly. Well, we seem to have missed Hughenden, and we're all set for Mount Isa. Hold tight now. This road has all the thrills of the Big Dipper. A Sunday afternoon driver might think this is a horror section, but the Redex boys will find it a picnic compared with the roads further on. That, of course, is if they get further on. Truly the wide open spaces. All you've got to wonder about is what's over the rim of the horizon. The only roads in this part of Australia are stock routes. They're so rough that the cows give milkshakes. This is Catherine, and if it doesn't look imposing to you, that's only because you haven't driven 2,000 miles to get here. Off again, and in thick dust, the car skids and slides in this high-speed survey. This year's trial will certainly be tough, and the winner will really earn the big prize money. They call this the Never Never, and you've never seen so much dust. Even the creeks are dry. At least that means that the competitors will be able to see the huge boulders that litter the creek bed. This is the last crossing before Top Springs, and if the drivers aren't careful, it'll be the last of the springs. Top Springs itself, a place to take in more petrol from the local black market. Well-known driver Lex Davidson will be doing this all over again in exactly 1 month's time. So will we. City Sound plans to bring you a complete coverage of the forthcoming trial using 6 cameramen in 2 camera cars. Out here the Brumbies run, and how they run as our car flashes across the semi-desert with not a pedestrian for 100 miles. Lonely, eh? A strange, weird land. South of Broome, and the scenery changes abruptly from treeless plains to a track that goes under trees whose branches seem to almost touch the car. Originally, the trial route was to have continued along the coast, but a likely wet season and lack of river crossings forces a detour. This is the Pardue Sands country, and the route now goes to Port Hedland and then inland to Marble Bar. Here's Marble Bar itself, the hottest place in Australia. If the temperature ever gets below 100, the population gets chilblains. Next stop is Meekatharra, 500 miles north of Perth. But first we get back into treacherous pools of water lying across the road. Last year's Redex trial captured the imagination of people throughout the world. This year's will cover nearly 10,000 miles, thousands of them over unmade roads. A trial that will test cars, drivers, and crews to the limit. No wonder there's a record entry, and no wonder this trial round a continent will hit the world's headlines.